ponds that's going to show us, me and Stacy, how to turn our backyard into a sustainable urban garden. Okay, got it,
All
brother.
right. Hashim Bennett here, contractor, plants and ponds, and we're going to show you what I think could be a good solution for transforming your backyard space into something that is more functional, more appealing, more aesthetic. And so we're starting with looking at some of this grass growing in under the fence from the neighbor's property. And of course, this is going to be something you want to try and mitigate, but we also have some bricks and some old borders that were put in place. And so when you go to weed whack, you're going to end up hitting these rocks and really causing some damage either to the property or to your equipment. And so one idea, you can put down some natural plants, maybe some mints, some herbs, and things that will grow on its own in a bit of a shaded area. You can do some flowers as well. I mean, you can do, let's say, black-eyed Susans. You can do sunflowers if you can get them to grow above the fence. But having some natural planting could be one solution. You could do raised beds if you wanted to build something that would maybe come up just high enough to give you enough space for soil, and you can put a boundary and some sort of structure so now that plant has a place to grow. You can also dig it all out and level it over with more asphalt or some other type of building material, gravel, stone, or even just more soil. But it really depends on your long-term goal. And so because Dwayne and Stacy want to be able to have something that's going to look good, I suggest the herbs, the mints, and the flowers, something that's going to give you appeal and some functionality, because you'll be able to eat the food that you're growing and it'll look good, right? You step on it a little bit, it'll even give you some good scents up in the air. So for this area, that's what we're looking at. But as we move through the rest of the yard.
Well, Hashim, real quick, guys, I'm still here too. Can you show them what I was showing you with the brick?
Yeah, so
About how to move that around?
So with this first one that we kicked up, this one is one of many that are here going all the way down. So before this fence was put in place, they obviously put these bricks to be a border. And now that they've been overgrown, you can't see them.
Yeah.
So when you come in with your weed whacker and your equipment to be able to clean up the weeds, you're hitting rocks. And those rocks are either going to damage your equipment, like I said, or you can end up trying so aggressively to control those weeds, you end up hitting the fence and causing some problems there.
Awesome.
So that brick, got to pull it out, dig it out, and make sure that it's not there anymore.
Okay, awesome. Now, we also spoke about maybe putting some planter boxes with like mint or something like that. Would that be a good idea in this space to maximize it?
I definitely feel the herbs would handle the shade. Like you don't think this shade matters much, but this is going to cause the difference of growth between this type of sun here and this shadow that's caused by the fence. You know, it gives you this 4-foot space where there's no sun. So herbs, some of your more leafy vegetable, leafy growth, they don't need as much sunlight and they can manage in some of that shade. So if you were to do ferns, hostas, you could do, I mean, I can go through a number of plants, but tiger lilies, they can manage in almost any situation. And so something that will be native to New Jersey, I suggest that first and foremost. And then something that might even be invasive to be able to trail and cover the ground, that could be an option. And
What does invasive mean for us that have
invasive
no idea?
means it's going to grow in a way that it's going to want to take over. It's going to grow outside of the space that you put it. It's going to invade, just like in any other situation. And so it's going to eventually get to a point where you're going to have to consider how to manage it.
Yeah.
Whereas some other plants, you put it in one place, it may grow out like a bush, but it's still in that one place.
Got it. Okay. What about the rest of the yard? We've got all this space here. We haven't walked over here yet, but we're definitely trying to do something as far as urban farming and just beautification, honestly. I did this on my own with that pickaxe over there.
Okay.
Let me see if I could drop this and join you on camera. Okay. Yep.
So
Yeah.
there's more soil underneath there.
Yeah, but it's very rocky. And we were growing weeds, I guess, similar to what's right here. and they would get really tall with like thick stems.
Mm-hmm.
And then some invasive species came with these little sticky balls on it and like
Okay.
covered the whole thing. So I was picking it out with gloves, raked it out,
Mm-hmm.
took the pickaxe to it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I said, I'm sick of these weeds. We had this, what do you call this?
Landscaper, weed paper.
Okay, weed paper. I took it and covered it up and put these stones on it. I knew you were coming at some point to
Mm-hmm.
take a look back here, so I figured this would be the first step and the next step. So with this, we can even pull the paper off if you want, but
Honestly, no, leave the paper. This is
leave it.
one of the best things you can do.
Okay,
So in agriculture, they do this in areas where they want to completely kill all the vegetation and be able to start brand new with fresh soil.
got it.
So you're now blocking out sun to be able to kill some of those weeds,
Mm,
where now you can come back. Some people say 6 months, some people say a year.
mm,
Depends on how bad the weeds are underneath the area.
yeah.
But you start the first step. You can take a look. If you have a lot of things still growing, sometimes it's better to leave it. Let it go through a full winter.
Oh,
And
wow.
this way, when you come back next season, some of those plants will even have composted and turned into good soil for you.
Okay, that's good to know. One time, we had those same plants grow. Similar to this was growing on the edge,
Mm-hmm.
and I had chopped them and just left it there. I'm like, oh, it'll be compost. I also was taking our banana peels and stuff like this, stuff I learned in like middle school,
Yeah.
and was laying it out. But then the stuff was still growing, so I was like, okay, no, 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 that's not what I want. We haven't tried it. We had some natural, they look like marigolds or daisies or something growing here
Mm-hmm.
last year, but this year is dead. So what you're saying is if I leave it here,
Yeah.
it might naturally compost and improve the soil.
Well, for the one season. Of course, from
Okay.
season to season, you would need to consider if you're growing something new and different
Yeah.
to be able to replenish the nutrients in the soil to actually give you growth on something that you're really wanting to see.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of your strategy for the long term,
Okay.
because this is good for one season to kill everything underneath it.
Hmm.
What do you want to do after to be able to really say we're putting new plants in? That's where you have to mark out what you would like to see.
Okay. Let me grab my camera real quick. It's sitting in the sun,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to bring it over, maybe over here, because now I have questions.
Okay.
So where's it at? Maybe do it this. Sorry guys, this is live. We're like A, B, and D in the Great. Okay. So if you were us looking at
Mm-hmm.
the light,
Mm-hmm.
looking at the area, looking at this, like it's by the garage,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
what would even the stones? Because
Yeah.
Stacy's like, I don't know about the stones. I'm like, it gives it a border. I don't know. We're trying to figure something out. If you were us, how would you transform this space?
So the stones, they do serve a good border.
Okay.
You would have to decide on the aesthetic and whether or not the type of
She
stone
don't
that you
like the
like.
aesthetic. I'm gonna tell
Okay,
you that right now.
that's where, for her sake, you might need to get rid of the stone.
Yeah. Well, we could put something else there.
You could.
Okay.
The brick that we talked about digging up from the other area,
Mm-hmm.
depending on the condition, sometimes they can be upcycled.
Okay.
In this situation, it looks like these are pretty rough stones.
Yeah.
You may need to just get rid of them.
Yeah.
I mean, a guy like me, of course, will throw them in the back of the truck and take care of that. And
Yeah.
then install a new border and then pick those select plants that can grow again in a shaded area, because the shadow from the structure is going to limit what can grow.
Okay.
You pick the right plants and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Again, fern gardens, hostas, those low light type of loving plants, they
Yeah.
would really thrive here. And if you were to think of even vining plants, you can have something grow up along the building,
Mm.
a trellis preferably, because you don't want something growing directly on your structure that
Yeah.
could potentially compromise
The
the
wood.
weather and weathering ability to keep the water out.
Okay.
So building a trellis here for a
Mm-hmm.
specific type of vining plant could be nice.
Yeah.
Again, the low growing ornamentals would be nice.
Mm.
The herbs mixed in, some flowers. I mean, you could really have something spectacular here.
Yeah. Well, now that I'm understanding light a little bit and light exposure, could you even build out like a sitting space? Let's say like I know you build
100%,
benches and
absolutely.
stuff for sustainable benches. You had shared about building a pergola for us that has a multi-purpose. Could you build benches here since it's natural shade and I could like sit here
Absolutely. So
versus
we
sit
could
out
do
in
a
the sun?
full bench with boxes interdispersed.
Oh,
You can have a pergola with a shade system either open so that the plants can grow on to the pergola and the
okay,
structure itself, or you can black it out, cover it with something that's going to really limit the amount of sunlight that comes through.
okay,
But it's, again, all a matter of what aesthetic you're looking for, because if you want the plants, they can be built into the seating.
yeah, okay. Now I've seen people they put like the white fencing up against their garage. Is it for those growing plants that you were talking about? So it's
Trellising.
not on the garage,
Exactly.
but it has something to latch onto?
Exactly.
That's, I'm getting a full blown education right now.
And
Okay.
that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, for sure. No, this is good. Now we've got like algae growing on the roof.
And moss.
That's moss.
Moss, yeah.
Does that mean our roof is compromised?
No, it just means that the organisms have gotten comfortable. You gotta climb
Okay.
up there and brush them off.
If it doesn't hurt it, I'll leave it alone.
Well, the thing is they can retain moisture, and then that moisture then
Oh.
can seep up underneath the roofing tiles, which can
Okay,
then
not good.
swell. Yeah, so over time, and when you have a little bit, it might not be a big deal,
Yeah.
but then over time, it can lead to more problems.
Okay, that's good to know. All right, so now this space over here, I want to move this. I actually want to go to these rocks because that poses another issue. These are the same rocks. I think they came from
Looks like,
redoing the inside of the garage as a similar stone somewhere. Um, if we were to move it or move them, it does this to the grass.
yes.
Right now, it gives that natural border. Like if we wanted to set up something here, maybe we could have it extend from there. But in this situation, would you try to reserve or restore the whole lawn and take these rocks off of this grass? Or would you build another border and have another section here if you were building an urban farm?
If it was up to me, I'd remove the stone just
Okay.
because they're abstract shapes and sizes.
Uh huh.
They don't have the appealing look that you would want to have in a finished garden.
Yeah.
All right, it's debris from construction debris.
Yeah.
It's where I would relocate it and come in with something that's going to give me the visual that I really want to see.
Okay. So, and like this grass here, if I take the stones off of here and here and just let it sit in the sun and that just cut water, it'll all grow
It'll
in
all
back
grow
and
right
forth.
back.
Oh,
One
okay.
season and all of this will, not even a few months, and this will look like it was never here.
Wow. Okay. I'll probably take these and toss them over there.
That might be the thing. And
Yeah,
then
to
this way,
help
this will
weigh it
start to
down.
regenerate
Yeah.
while we consider what the new space will look like.
Okay. And then this area, I mean, we have this fence here. It is naturally shaded because of these trees. We were thinking maybe put shade trees here. Now,
Okay.
for maintenance purposes, I'm all for plastic shade trees. But if you were me, or if you're you, what would you put there for maybe some privacy or for some aesthetic?
Well, if you're putting shade trees, again, the trees are going to grow the way they want, and you already
Yeah,
have a fence. If
yeah,
you want something taller than 6 feet, you put in the natural tree and just let it do what it does.
okay,
If you don't want any maintenance, because that tree is going to grow, you're either going to need to trim it
yeah,
accordingly or buy the right type of tree that will grow the way you want it. You can build an infrastructure. You can put something taller than your fence, like the pergola we mentioned,
okay,
something to just give you that privacy.
yeah,
But I think sunflowers could be a thing. I grow mammoth sunflowers and they get 13 feet tall.
Wow.
The thing is, you have to wait for them to grow in, and then sometimes they get so tall that they fall over.
Yeah.
And so, whenever you're trying to grow something, you're gonna have to deal with some form of maintenance.
Yeah.
I think building a trellised infrastructure for a type of plant that will continue to stay, like if you grew grapevines.
Okay.
Grapevines are they're tolerant to this type of weather. They'll come back each year. Wisteria, the right type of wisteria, because some of the wisteria can go kind of crazy. And so finding the right type of vining plant on a trellising system can give you that privacy without having to have a tree which is going to grow huge roots and be something massive if you wanted to actually change it out and get rid of it.
Got it.
So a trellising structure, honeysuckle is nice too.
Yeah.
Jasmine is nice. You can find other vining systems, put it on a trellis, and now that become your privacy. You could do a lattice that's about 8 feet tall if you wanted, and then anything than that, you do have to get some permits from the city, but even taller than 6, honestly.
Yeah.
So it's things to consider on that level, which is why the plants and the trees, you have to just really know what you want.
Yeah.
Because the tree is easy, but then long term, 10 years, 15 years from now, and that thing needs to be cut down, it's going
Right.
to cost you thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to consider. All right. Let's All right. I got wasps over here under these rocks. Let me make sure that the camera's fine. We're not overheating. Oh yeah, it's perfect. Okay. Let me move this over here, son. Make sure we can be seen. Okay. So under this rock right here, if I start fooling around right here, I'm gonna get a bunch of the little yellow jackets or wasps.
Yellow jackets, yeah.
Yellow jackets. What's the best way to deal with that?
So they have chemicals, sprays, pesticides, and such that you can use. Digging it out of the ground is an option. They nest, they're burrowed in there.
Yeah.
But of course, digging it out, that's just labor intensive.
Is sting intensive, or so it
That
sounds.
too.
Yeah.
That too. That's why sometimes it's better to just hire the professional. But this time of the year, you have to look at how bad the nest is. Sometimes if you catch it early, you can dig them out and not have to deal with as much.
Yeah.
Sometimes if they're really persistent, that's the only way to really go,
I'll get the professional.
to dig it out.
Oh,
I
wow.
think the chemicals and the chemical route, I'm just an organic kind of guy. I prefer to use something that's a little more holistic and natural.
What would you suggest?
Grab your shovel, pickaxe, and put on a long sleeve t-shirt, a jacket, maybe pick a early morning, before it gets too hot, and just get to digging,
Okay.
You'd be surprised. It's a very effective method,
Wow.
and it won't cost you as much time as you think. And then they're gone, where you don't have to consider them coming back,
Okay.
because you destroyed the nest, you've removed the
Their source.
exactly.
Okay. I'm guessing there's like a hole in the ground somewhere.
They make the hole
Oh,
and
see,
make the
one just
nest.
flew out. Okay. All right. So we'll see what I do. But you said early morning, right?
I would do an
When
early
they're least
morning.
active.
Least active. It's not going to be too hot for you standing out here trying to dig a hole,
Yeah.
and you'll have more time in the day to deal with it.
What if I just leave them alone? Do you suggest that?
You can, absolutely. I mean, your patio is quite a distance. There's nothing that you do out here in this space. If you don't have kids running around and playing,
Got it.
you really don't have to worry about them. They'll leave you alone, honestly.
Yeah. I'm for that. I mean, I don't. There's certain bugs I kill, mosquitoes,
Flies,
flies, pesky stuff,
anything in the house.
anything in the house. Certain things around here, like I definitely want to get mosquito spray. They tear a brother up, right? But if they're in a natural habitat that is not bothering anything, I'm sure they're doing some environment, some sort of good. I would leave them alone until later when I'm gonna pick these rocks up and push them over there. Like I might not even go through all that. I'll save the wasp spray for what's in the house, and just move around them and kind of wait till maybe October, November.
Yeah.
They'll be gone, and then I'll do what the
after
rest I
moving
have
the
to
rock,
do.
because the
Yeah.
rocks actually
Yeah,
create
you
a
see it?
natural barrier. So you gave
Oh,
them
yeah.
someplace to go.
Okay, that's good to know. Even the snake that I found,
Yep, yep, yep.
yeah, he was on. I thought it was a rope, and then
Hmm.
and he was like, "Boo."
I used to turn over rocks like this as a kid finding snakes. So you just gave them a home.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
good for those who don't like snakes, don't like wasps, hornets, or whatever, and whatever else is flying around my head. Since we're on the subject of bugs too, for a garden or whatever yard this size, the mosquito thing.
Yes.
What's a good natural way to deal with them? I know they say citronella plants or citronella plants. That I mean, they love me. It might be a blood type thing. I'm being serious. I don't know. Um, but what are some plants? What are some things you could do naturally, holistically, to deal with mosquitoes?
Yeah. So you need a predator.
Oh,
Dragonflies love mosquitoes.
oh,
Creating places where dragonflies can perch, where they can do their hunting,
okay,
starts with the natural plants that you would grow.
okay.
So by having the right type of vegetation, it'll create the environment for the dragonflies that would come and hunt your mosquitoes.
Oh wow. Do they
So
hunt hornets or these guys also?
we might have to look into that.
Okay.
They do hunt a lot of insects, but the hornets and wasps are a little big for them,
Yeah, they're a little
but
aggressive.
a little aggressive. But even with birds, you bring in natural habitats for birds, and they eat insects just like the dragonflies would eat the mosquitoes.
Got
And
it.
so
Okay.
creating the ecosystem where predators are welcome for the nuisance type of bug, that would be the best way to really sort that out. Praying mantises eat a lot of insects that we don't want, and
Got it.
of course that's where having either a native plant garden, a vegetable garden, and just some way to have vegetation for the bugs, the good bugs that are going to eat the bad bugs.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. What's funny is I did a live. Sorry, I did a live the other day as I was preparing for this interview, right? And what I did was I I filmed myself cutting all the grass, trimming the grass, doing the edging, and I found a praying mantis over there.
All right.
Yeah, so
So that
they're
means you're in
they're
good
around.
company.
Yeah, they're around. So just creating more spaces for them is a good thing.
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome.
It's the symbiosis of life. You know, you need every aspect of in terms of predator, prey, and everything in between.
So everything's flowing. Now, I now understand the significance of sun and positioning. You were telling me before, shoe fly, get out of here. You were telling me before about this area where you're going to now.
Yes.
If you were me, or you were us, because our thing is urban gardening, tax benefit.
Yes.
That's what we're thinking about.
Yes.
In this corridor, even along here, right? It doesn't have to look like this. Honestly, it's a pain in the butt
To
trying
try
to
and
trim
weed.
right here because of the brick, but it
Yes.
gives us something to do. And this is where I would go crazy with the pickaxe. In this space, what would you do?
Border plants,
Uh-huh.
which really help to mitigate the extra weeding that you would have to do near your border,
Yeah.
right? With the bricks.
Okay.
This, you have some plants that'll help to give you something appealing that you don't have to cut down.
Right.
This whole area, I would do my produce growing. I would even consider a greenhouse of sorts,
Yeah.
where it's a full tunnel, shelves all along the fence line, a
Wow.
door right here so that I can walk in. Plants, 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 plants. All of my stuff is growing, and I'm walking in
Yeah.
an
Let me bring the
alley
camera closer. Hold on.
that's going to allow us to
Let me make sure I'm
be
getting it.
functional. Yeah.
Let me bring it here.
This whole side would be my
Okay.
greenhouse and grow space. I
That's
would probably
awesome.
continue it along the fence line
Really.
because then I can
Here.
have some raised beds. They're not in the middle of the grass where I would have to cut the
Uh-huh.
grass and then move between. So I would extend that greenhouse grow area all the way down. I take it all the way to the other fence. And
Wow.
so when it gets to this back area where you have a lot of shade and such,
Mm-hmm.
I grow my shade herbs, your cilantro, some of those
Yeah.
herbs that don't do as well in the sun,
Yeah.
and all the way around the fence. This
Wow.
way you cut the grass, it's nice and simple and easy,
Mm-hmm.
but all of your grow space is mapped out. You put a nice clean border, which makes it easy to keep it clean.
Okay.
And this way, room to play, kids, friends, barbecue,
Uh-huh.
whatever you want to do. And
Yeah.
then you have something visual all the way around the space.
I like it. No, that sounds good, man. This is great. Hashim, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
too.
Hopefully everybody that watched that join live really enjoyed like going through our backyard. Now hopefully they'll maybe some folks that are living in urban environments, if they've got space, I mean, you don't need this much space, right?
Not at
You
all.
can do urban farming, you can do some gardening in even smaller spaces, but just mapping it out well sounds like it makes it
And we haven't
easier.
talked about your water source, your
Yeah.
storage, some of your
Get up.
transitional, seasonally transitional activities that need to happen,
Mm-hmm.
and some of the other materials and things that you would need to really maintain a
Yeah.
system like that. But it could definitely happen. You have plenty of space.
Awesome. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Impact Uncut, number 2 with Brother Hashim. But there's going to be more. We are transforming our yard into an urban farm, but we're still going to have space to entertain. We're going to help grow our own food for our health. I am not getting a beehive. Won't be my job. But maybe as we go, as we go along this journey, maybe we'll get our own honey. I don't know. But we'll
I
see.
got a guy.
You got a
I
guy.
got a
He's
guy.
got a guy. All right. So guys, thank you for joining us again on Impact Uncut. Behind the scenes, we're with Hashim Bennett. Tell them where to find you, brother, before we check out.
Check me out on Plants and Ponds on Instagram, Plants and Ponds on Facebook, TikTok, and Gmail, plantsandponds@gmail.com.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you, brother. I'll see you on
Thank
the
you
next
again.
one. All right,
Gotcha.
guys. Peace.